Been watching Vikings a lot.
Oh my god, what a good fucking show. Man, Lagatha is so hot. I don't know why he left her for that fucking weird looking alien chick.
Because she could bear children. Like 40 of them. Like, I swear every goddamn episode he has a new kid. You're just like...
I'll tell you right now, Rolo's a piece of shit, and he always will be.
The thing that bothers me about fucking Rolo is he fucking films that, and he knows. He's like, I'm fucking sexy. And he fucking does his scenes like that. But his fucking teeth. His teeth are crooked and like in. It looks like he has a kid's skeleton buried inside his face.
What? This is the most random shit I've ever heard. Oh.
Welcome to Up at Night Podcast.
Welcome to Up at Night Podcast. We're going to talk about Vikings for the next hour and a half. Welcome to Up at Night Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Borden.
First up, we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed, the new trailer for the movie that just went up.
Yes, Edward Norton. Yep.
Edward Norton?
Playing the assassin. I'm sorry.
What? Actually, it's Michael Fassbender that's playing, what's his name? I assume it's not Desmond.
Because it's during the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, I mean, there could have been a... He's got ancestors literally everywhere. I don't know where this fucking family came from, but it's like...
I just mean, like, genetically, the whole storyline doesn't make sense because... Well, I'm like, they picked that one family, but, like, everybody's fucking related. So why do they need Desmond to go to that specific point? There's gonna be, like, 8 other people at least.
Well, for me, it's just one of those things, too, that, like... Do you ever think about the fact that, like, Desmond's family goes from, like... It goes from Jerusalem to Italy to England. No. Yeah. To England.
Yeah. Well, it would have been cool.
And then weren't there other stories too that like involved like a Russian character and like a Chinese character? Yeah, like this family just migrated constantly. Like,
you know what? Fuck it. Like the next one, they should just be African.
And and the American one too. Like the other one was a Native American, right? I forgot about number 3.
Now wait, there was some genealogy problems there, wasn't there? Like, no. Yeah, wait.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so with Black Flag, there's
you're playing as Edward Kenway,
and he's the grandpa
of the character from
the dad
from number 3.
Okay, good.
Because remember the dad was
now is Kenway
because it's
family.
That's the thing. I don't fucking know. Anyway, Assassin's Creed games. Anyway, yeah, the movie trailer looked fucking cool.
Music was debatable.
Music is very debatable. I don't know who fucking like. And it's funny. I'm not the like. I said that to you earlier. I was looking on like Kotaku and IGN. Like everyone was like, "So what up with that music?" Like I kid you not, Borden. I saw a video posted up today already that was like. Assassin's Creed trailer fixed, new, and in brackets it said new audio. And like, it's so funny that was like one of those things, because like as soon as I said, like we saw each other earlier today, and I was like, that trailer was cool, but like, what up with that music? That movie was like really weird and didn't fit the trailer, and you're like, I don't know, whatever. Like, but then I was like, no, I'm telling you, people find it weird.
Someone posted a picture of the like confession bear.
Oh,
or
God,
whatever,
yeah.
where he's like, I liked the music in the Assassin's Creed trailer, and I'm like, it's gotten that far around.
Yeah,
it's gone
like,
to 9gag.
And that's the funny thing. Like, but yeah, other than that, this movie looks like it's gonna be the fucking scene where he does the leap of faith off the top, like right at the end of that trailer. Man, I was
and then
like,
lands beside the cart and wipes out and dies.
What? I wonder if he's gonna land in a.
There
cart.
was pictures like the new Assassin's Creed movie, and it's like what it really will look like. And there's a picture, and it shows like the hood on, but it's just hovering eyes and mouth, like the face is glitched off, like the fucking game
from Unity.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be great. They need to make some sort of like joke about that in that movie. Where like he's like standing in front of a thing or something like, and it shows like just his like skeleton or just his eyes.
That's weird.
This is weird. Yeah, it's like just some like
there's a glitch in the Animus.
Yeah.
Now, Animus. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of
I'm
the fucking claw waistband Animus bullshit.
The big GLaDOS looking thing that swooped
fucking
down and picked him
up.
up.
Those little, yeah, I feel like someone's paying $2.
You play Portal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the big like arm thing.
Portal. Did you really ask me that? I bought your Portal 2 off you.
Did you?
Yeah, remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
That's probably years ago.
Yeah, before we were friends.
I mean, we were like always friends, brah. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, yeah, back on topic though. Someone probably paid $2. Had the claw come down.
$2.
Listen, claw comes down, grabs Michael Fassbender, comes out of a little slot.
Yeah.
Won your fucking prize.
Woo! The one thing I'm surprised about and I'm really happy about is Jeremy Irons is in this movie. Did you see that scene where he's like standing behind the glass? Well, they've got him in the Animus. They've got Jeremy Irons like sitting there watching while the whole thing's going on. I don't know if did you not catch that?
No,
that was.
I only watched it once briefly, and it was on my phone. So.
Yeah, I watched. I think the same thing. I watched it on my I watched it when I was at home. But I noticed that he was. I'm pretty sure it was him that I'm thinking of. But he's just. I think he's like kind of like the dude. Remember in the first game they had like that guy
He's
that was
like the science officer.
Yeah,
kind of
like
dude,
the scientist that's like running the whole thing. But I'm just gonna. Yeah, but
Jeremy Irons. That's pretty metal.
Oh my god. But the action looks great. I mean, it looks, and the cool thing too is like when they're parkouring, like I was actually kind of like pleasantly surprised by how well like it looked like it was being done. Like it looks like they're taking into account
as long as it's
not Jeremy Irons. It is Jeremy Irons.
What's Jeremy Irons? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's because he's in that scene where they've got him in the Animus and he's like standing behind the glass with his hands behind his back. It looks really cool though.
Master Fassbender.
Mr. Fassbender. No, but yeah, like I said, I do like the fact that like they showed scenes where he's like running along the rooftops and like
as long as it's not Prince of Persia because they did the same shit.
Well, yeah, but I kind of like that in Prince of Persia. I thought they did a good job of representing at least like as ridiculous as the video games are for him. Just like I'm gonna run along every little fucking like ledge and crack and whatever. Like, okay, we get it. It's a video game. Like, you gotta suspend your disbelief. But I mean, I thought the movie did a good job of like kind of throwing in enough like of him like kind of parkouring and stuff like that.
I'm just super skeptic because every time they make a video game movie, they fuck us. They bend us over and they're like, "Here's your fucking movie," and they fucking just keep going.
Dry. They just go
dry, and then you're like, "I want my $10 back."
Well, I'm wondering because like I think we were talking. Was you and I talking about this? Like the line that you have to kind of like draw between like going too realistic and it not feeling like the video game, or where from what I heard, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't make a real judgment on it. But like from what I heard about the reviews for Ratchet and Clank, it feels too much like basically like a video game cutscene.
Huh.
So no, I think it was a different friend that I was.
I never got to see it because it never came and played in our town.
It never came and played here. Yeah, I know. I just heard it got bad reviews, and like one of the complaints that I remember reading about was the fact that like basically the complaint was that like the Ratchet and Clank movie was like 8 hours of gameplay shy of being a video game, basically.
Huh.
So like you walked in and it felt like you were watching just like the cutscenes, like
they probably were the cutscenes
just strung together.
They probably were because I swear those cutscenes in the new Ratchet and Clank
look like a movie.
Are from the movie.
Awesome, yeah.
But they're animated in a movie sense, so I want to see the movie and compare to really.
I do want to see it still, so I mean I can't totally, but like the line, like you know what I mean, like that's what I mean by the line. Like you gotta kind of like straddle that like that line of like being like, okay, can't be too realistic, can't be too video gamey, because if it's too video gamey, like it might not feel like quite right.
But then we run into the problem that we have now, where I'm not a big fan of this not having the Animus chair. Because I don't feel like they had to change that.
I say we wait until we see another trailer, or at least like see the movie to
it's just making me skeptical if they're going to do changes that small for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Then they're probably going to do other changes.
I did like that you see him like, obviously you see him fighting and you see him like in the Animus and stuff like that, and then you see the shot of him, there's a shot of him outside of the Animus and he's got like a bow and like he's shooting, and you're obviously supposed to like kind of assume that like kind of like the video games, like Desmond got more skilled outside of the Animus just because of what he was doing in the Animus. Like if that's the kind of case where like Michael Fassbender is going to be getting like more skilled as an assassin, it makes me excited that if this movie's good, maybe they will do what we always wanted in the video games and kind of like here's the like
maybe the claw's not an Animus at all.
It might not be.
Maybe it's just to test his agility.
I mean that's
like,
the thing is like
around.
I think I want to go back and rewatch the trailer, but I thought they did show him laying on like an actual like
he was in
table.
a death chair in a deathbed.
There's that scene, yeah. That's the other thing that's weird. Like, I guess it's obviously a different character. It's not Desmond because like this character's on death row and like he like they execute him and like.
Well, it's because he's Magneto, right?
Can you imagine that's the crossover? They strip Magneto of his powers and then stick him in the Animus.
He's reborn in the Animus.
Yeah, that'd be great. I always wish they would do that with certain like movies where like Hugh Jackman, like, or no, not Hugh Jackman, Leonardo DiCaprio, where it's like about how, like, he was on the Titanic and the Titanic crashes, and then
he's on Wolf of Wall Street.
No, he makes it, he survives, and then he becomes the character in the one about the parties and stuff like that.
Oh,
the one set in like the 20s.
Not Golden.
Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby.
But like he becomes that character, Great Gatsby, because like and then it leads to his other movies and stuff, and like
Wolf
it's just
of Wall Street.
yeah. It's just like it's hilarious to think like it's one continuous story about one person. That's
the fan
just
theories
forever.
are hilarious. When they
are
do stuff like
I
that.
always love stuff like that. But like I'd love to make a movie where like it's totally like that. Like it's just.
I wonder if someone's gonna do a fan theory in reverse, where they're like, none of the Marvel movies are connected.
At all. That'd be great. But I mean, like I said, for what we've seen for the Assassin's Creed movie so far, I mean, I was actually one of those like people more on the side of being very skeptical about this movie being good before I saw the trailer.
I'm just waiting for another trailer to get more information.
But I mean, the first shots we saw, I was kind of like it looks okay, I guess. But then, like, seeing him in action and seeing like the stuff that they're doing, it looks about right. I mean, they're nailing, at least from what we've seen, what the storyline should be essentially about in its core. It's about Abstergo capturing people who are assassins, or at least are descendants of assassins, and they are using their memories to find the pieces of Eden. So, I mean, that so far is like Assassin's Creed. Who cares if it's not about Desmond? I mean, Desmond fucking bitches out.
They gave out on him.
Bitched out on Desmond in the third game and fucking killed him. Spoilers, but like...
I hated that.
I thought that was dumb as fuck.
They gave that a whole build-up for it.
Yeah, they ruined the series, the storyline. Everything outside of the Animus after that point is useless. Because I loved, like, Black Flag is probably one of my favorite games in that series, but everything outside the Animus in that game was pointless. You're wandering around a game dev like, it's Abstergo, but, like, you're running around a game dev studio. Like, you do find out that thing, like, later on that, what's his name, is there. The one pirate that, I guess he turns out that he's been living, like, forever or whatever. I guess probably because of a piece of Eden or whatever. Yeah. But, like, it was just one of those things that I was like, okay. And then, like, you see, like, every once in a while you see, even in Syndicate, you see the characters, Sean and, short-haired chick, I forget her name. But, like, you see them in the background, you're like, okay, I don't care anymore because they're not with Desmond. Desmond was the real main character. Like, these people were lame.
Well, I got so
like,
invested. Because you had, like, there's 4 or 5 games with Desmond.
Yep.
And you're like, I want to see what happens in present day. I want to see this apocalypse they keep talking about. Yeah, because you got Brotherhood and Revelation. Yeah. As well as the other...
I think it was 5.
Yeah.
5 or 6 games that had like Desmond as the main
character. And they
character.
just kill him off, and they're like, fuck it. You never get to see what it's like in the real world. Then, they don't even continue the story of the whole fucking ancient gods thing.
Yeah, the whole ancients thing.
They're like, we'll get to that later. And they just push it away. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I wonder if they're going to go in that direction with the whole, like, ancients. Because, like, I mean, I will say this. If they didn't fuck it up later on in the series, like, one of my favorite moments in Assassin's Creed is in... It's either 2 or Brotherhood. I think it was 2. But when, like... Ezio is in that temple, and he finds, like, the first clues of, like, the old gods or whatever, and the old gods start talking to him, but they're actually talking to Desmond directly. Yes. And Desmond's tripping balls because he's like, because they're saying to Ezio, this message isn't for you, it's for someone who will come far, like, later than you. Yeah. And then Desmond's like, oh fuck! Holy fuck! What are they talking to me? And
that was smart writing.
That was one of those things that I was like, oh shit! Like they like it's so cool thinking about the fact that these old gods
relaying a message.
They're relaying a message through time, and they know that he's going to come back using the Animus to fucking see his like answer. Like,
I know.
Like what a cool concept.
It got me so hyped, and
like that was one of those things. Like that storyline had me seriously hyped for a long time, and then like I feel like Ubisoft just didn't know what to do. They were just like,
you know what I see coming?
They just dropped the ball,
and this can drag us into our next point. I feel like they're going to reboot the franchise, like Ratchet and Clank's been doing.
Yeah,
and Battlefield 1 is
hopefully, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can like, yeah, okay.
Let's just skip ahead.
Yeah, we can move on to that. We can move on to that because like, Assassin's Creed, obviously, like I said, we're pretty excited for the trailer. Everything looks really cool. Like I said, that scene, even the end scene where they show him doing like, it looked perfect. The
costumes look great.
Yeah,
too.
And they look great. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, like we're gonna move on. We'll talk about.
We're talking about Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty. Infinite bullshit, whatever the fuck.
Infinite bullshit.
Whatever the fuck that is.
That should be the name of the game.
Infinite bullshit.
Did you see the meme of you know how in the Battlefield trailer there's that dude hitting another dude with the trench shovel?
Yeah,
and the one dude's got the Battlefield logo strapped across his face, and the guy getting hit has got the COD like logo strapped across his face. I thought that was so fucking funny.
Yeah, but it's also like isn't I think Infinity Ward's or Activision's watching it happen.
Oh,
on
is
this
it?
side, and he's like, and he lands on his feet or something.
Oh my god, that's so funny though. I mean,
It was a smart choice.
Hands down. I mean, it's interesting because most people said like they didn't know if you could do a game and like we're waiting to see obviously gameplay and stuff like that. But like it's interesting to see because like World War I, historically speaking, is not that like exciting as far as like a video game could be considered. Most battles were fought over like the course of like 100 feet, and they were in trenches. Just pelting at each other, you know what I mean?
Now watching the trailer, seeing them in like the red bomber planes,
yeah,
and seeing the mustard gas like hissing through the
that's
fields.
crazy. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're probably going to. I mean, because it's a video game, I assume they're probably going to glorify, kind of like movies do, right? They're kind of going to glorify how intense the battles were. Now, not to say that they weren't intense, but like how action packed and stuff they were.
That's
like,
the luxury that they have with this type of game Battlefield is
Yeah.
that they're going to do a story.
Yep.
And they can do whatever they want in that story. They can have the freedom to, it's a stealth mission. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Or, yes, we'll have a trench scene here, or whatever.
One mission is literally just you digging a trench for 8 hours. You're just like, yeah, this is what World War I would have been like. Oh, you got trench foot. Guess what? You're going to the hospital, bro. You get your foot cut off.
Multiplayer doesn't require much.
No. And that's the thing I'm really excited for. Is like
It just needs
obviously-
planes, needs vehicles, needs weapons.
And they had tanks
fields.
and they had planes and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm really excited for that. Like I said, I mean, it's a cool era to go back to. We don't really have a lot of video games in World War I.
This was their only option because they'd be in the same spot as COD. We'd all be like, we're so tired of this shit.
Now, that being said, like I didn't like Hardline. I didn't play Hardline.
I loved Hardline.
See, I didn't play Hardline, but I mean, I thought it was an interesting choice for them to go with the whole cops and robbers kind of thing. It's a different spin on the games. I mean, I'm more of a hardcore fan of the main Battlefield games, like Battlefield 4. Of all the shooter games, I put a lot of time into Battlefield 4, and I don't really like online, like, competitive shooting games, but, like, something about Battlefield 4 always really dragged me in.
Hardline's a good example for this, though. Is once again, the story has nothing to do with the multiplayer.
Oh, God, no.
The cops versus robbers thing really doesn't apply that much to multiplayer other than bank heists.
Okay.
But that's essentially like capture the flag or domination.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I get
in
that.
a sense. So it's kind of funny that the mechanic works so well because you're driving around in like cop cars and sports cars, and it's the funnest fucking thing in the world.
I did hear that Hardline had a lot of really good multiplayer. So,
But
I mean,
that's
I
why it
believe
doesn't require much for World War I because throw a couple Jeeps in there.
Throw some bikes. They'll probably have motorcycles.
Maybe horses too.
Well, that's the thing is there's the guy in the trailer riding a horse, and I wonder if the horse is going to take the place of say like one of the quads
Or the bike.
or something like that.
Just trampling people with horses.
And that's what I'm going to say. Like, I mean, legitimately speaking, you could trample people on horseback. So I mean,
It'd be nice to pick your friend up on a horse like, I will save the day.
Yeah. Now, speaking about Call of Duty, I mean, everything I've heard so far about this game, and I'm talking from like fans' point of view because like we've got people coming into the store and like pre-ordering and stuff like that. Pretty much everyone I've talked to is only pre-ordering it to get their hands on Modern Warfare. And I think it's total bullshit
That you have to bundle it.
that you have to bundle it.
But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy it, put the code in my PlayStation, and come back to EB Games and return it.
I don't think they'll allow you to do that
Why not?
because just trust me. It's gonna be. I guarantee that'll be a big thing. But yeah, like I mean, that's the problem, right? Nobody wants like what was it? I saw like online that like Infinite Warfare is one of the most viewed and most disliked videos on. Not most viewed, obviously, because it's not like hitting like billions. Like
It's got the
fucking
most
Gangnam
views
Style.
to dislikes.
Yeah, it's most like dislikes to likes or whatever. Like
There was a picture I saw, and they were competing, and it was Ghostbusters, the new one.
oh yeah, because like
Competing-
that trailer has like the worst amount
Yes.
of dislikes or the most amount of dislikes on a movie trailer.
And people were like fighting between the two, like who's gonna win?
Oh my God, yeah.
And I'm like, but here's what gets me is I was looking at the trailer a little bit closer for Call of Duty, and I was saying, I'm like, this might not actually be a bad game.
You know what? The campaign will probably be fun, at least a little bit.
There was no jetpacks. Nobody was jumping around jetpacks.
I did have a customer tell me that they saw in the background of one of the shots the exosuits.
oh fuck.
Yeah. Like they said they saw a character in one of the backgrounds of one of the scenes in an exosuit, like doing the jump burst or whatever. And like, they were like, fuck. Like,
See, I would have been okay if it was going to space.
And that's the thing. But even then, even going into space, I'll say this, like, what did every fucking Call of Duty fan say after like Infinite Warfare, or not Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare? let's not go further into space. Like, and then Black Ops. Well, I mean, they're made by different studios, obviously, but like
Ghost went to space.
Ghost went to space. Like fucking Advanced Warfare goes like super technological and stuff like that. And it's just like I think Battlefield,
Modern Warfare 4.
Yeah,
Like seriously. Like,
and
how
that's
hard
the
is
thing is like I don't know why they're not just going like. Does it really does it really for the sake of advancing have to advance? Like literally I just feel like they're jumping ahead in the future simply because they're like, well, we're on this path, we might as well keep going. Like I don't see why, like you said, like they can't just go, okay, you know what? We could listen to our fucking fans for 1 second and say, maybe we should just go back to not call it Modern Warfare, but go back to a modern set game and go with that and make it new and make it like, do shit like that. Like, that's clearly what your fans want. Why is it like every time they go into space or like they go into this new thing, it's like people are like, like I don't want that. That's not what I want.
It's like something like, see, Advanced Warfare kind of hit some like heartstrings a little bit because Kevin Spacey was in it for one. That was fucking awesome.
I was gonna say that is one of the saving graces of that game. Was apparently the campaign was pretty good, but mostly because of the characters that you have in it.
But here's what I was getting at: if the story took place in modern times, being a private militarized company that's for hire, in modern times would have been so cool,
much cooler.
Yes,
it would have
been a perfect story.
It would have been an interesting story based in reality instead of being based in sci-fi, basically.
And Call of Duty's never been sci-fi,
and that's my thing.
Its origin has always been Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the first definitive Call of Duty that started the franchise in such. Like a huge,
for their multiplayer,
multiplayer, yes.
Because I would say like Call of Duty 2.
Oh, they're all fun as shit. Yeah,
was the first one that like hit as a big hit, but it didn't have really multiplayer.
The reason we get
that was a World War II game, right?
Yes.
So I mean,
but the reason we get the games every year is because of Call of Duty Force multiplayer.
Oh yeah, no, I get that for sure. I mean, some people do like. I mean, obviously, some people like most people play the campaign,
it's
but
not
like
to its core that it's supposed to be in the future. So stop doing it.
See, but that's the thing I think about Call of Duty that's always been kind of like it's not its downfall, but like kind of its like lacking point is like. I talk to people that don't even play the campaign, or people that just said, yeah, I played through the campaign just to get through it. Whereas, like, on the flip side, a game like Halo
has its two big fan bases.
People love both. They love the storyline, and it's like, it's always a race to beat it on Legendary, blah, blah, blah. But then at the same time, you're super excited to play the multiplayer because you know Halo's going to deliver both on a great game on both fronts.
Until this last year. But we'll get,
But, like, Call of Duty, I just feel like the campaigns haven't been... Like, they're just not doing it for the campaigns.
It's like a babysitter.
Well,
it's almost... It's like, here, be entertained for a year and wait to the next game. Here's your multiplayer. And it's like a whole different team works on the story and has nothing to do with the multiplayer.
Well, it's true. I think they do have two separate teams working on multiplayer.
Well, they probably do.
Yeah. But, like, it is one of those things that I wish they would just take the... Like you said, like... What you just explained to me, what you just pitched to me sounds like a fucking great idea for a game. Like, it's literally the Advanced Warfare storyline, but set in, like, a realistic setting.
Just mercenaries. Mercenaries would be so
exactly, yeah. Like, it'd be a really cool storyline.
Innovate the game. Like, another topic we're going to get into is Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
They haven't changed. He hasn't gone to the fucking future.
No.
Kind of. But he hasn't gone crazy into the future.
No, but, like, each of those games, kind of like Indiana Jones, has always had that, like... That's the realism with the bit of mystical thrown in there to keep the storylines interesting and stuff like that, right? Like,
I'm interested to see what happens because the next game will be a Sledgehammer game. So it'd be an
Advanced Warfare. Was the guys that made Ghosts.
No, Ghost was Infinity Ward.
Oh, was it?
Sledgehammer made Advanced Warfare.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Treyarch makes Black Ops.
Yes.
So
I knew that. Okay, I get that shit confused.
Advanced Warfare. If they do a next one.
I don't know. Yeah.
How do you stop that, though? Because they work in 3-year development cycles.
They do now, yeah.
So they're just going to fucking scratch the game and be like, how can we fix this?
Well, I mean, after
just delete the backpacks, the jetpacks, delete the fucking exosuits. We're good.
I mean, you can guarantee that they'll never do... Like, Ghost was, like, the worst one in the series, so you know they're never going to go back to that.
Advanced Warfare, this is a message for you. Just say fuck it and set it in Norse mythology.
With
guns.
With guns. It's like, Too Human.
That game was so good.
It was so good. Man, what a throwback. Too Human was so much fucking fun.
The next God of War is supposed to be Norse mythology, apparently.
I did hear about that Norse mythology.
Because that's the only way I'm going to learn Norse mythology.
Oh, I know a lot about Norse mythology, but like if you if that rumor turns out to be true, how fucking cool would that be? Anyway, I guess so. I mean, yeah, like obviously,
I'm going to buy Modern Warfare. because I love it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy Battlefield 1. I'm gonna
get Battlefield 1 for sure.
What I'm hoping happens is that
I will
because it's
definitely
Infinity Ward. Maybe the game's actually good. Maybe the Call of Duty might actually be okay. Or maybe they're like, fuck it, we're gonna scratch the game entirely because it's such a colossal fucking failure. Which I doubt it's Activision.
Yeah. No, they will milk that till it's dead. Super dead. Kick that horse. Anyway, let's move on to talking about a little bit on Uncharted 4.
Playing it to the minute we
You've
started
been
this.
yeah, I was gonna say, Borden was literally playing that up until the point where we started recording.
Beautiful.
What are your okay? So I haven't I've only seen a couple shots now, and I mean, in my opinion, yeah, it looks amazing. Best looking game in the series. Now you've actually played them all. I'll let you take this one away.
I recently played the collection.
We're not going to do any spoilers, by the way.
I love 2. Oh, we can anyways. I'm only halfway through.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's lit advising. This is what I like so far. But playing the game, I immediately launch in, and I'm immediately engaged.
And immediately, Nathan Drake is dead.
No. He fucking died. No.
And then this whole storyline's about a different character.
His brother. Same.
Yeah.
No. Immediately you start on a boat, and it's right in, and you're...
Lonely Island's playing in the background, yeah.
Yep. So you're just going, and it... Fuck off.
I'm just trying to distract you as much as possible.
But no, it's great because it keeps you engaged the whole time.
Yeah.
Which some past game, like past Uncharted's had a little bit of issue with flow sometimes.
Okay.
But still loved them nonetheless. Yeah. But this one, shines way better than the rest of them.
Yeah.
You're doing that whole boat stuff. You flash back as a kid, and you're getting used to the parkour and hiding and the sneak mechanics. And
are the stealth mechanics new, or are they just did they upgrade them for this game kind of thing?
They seem the same.
Yeah.
They seem the same as the past games.
Okay.
They're a little bit innovated. Not much, because I mean you can't whistle.
There's tall grass.
You were saying how they can't whistle and stuff.
Yeah, I read something about people complaining about the fact that I mean it's not a flaw in the stealth, but it's more so just the fact that people would have liked the fact if you like Assassin's Creed games where you can
throw a rock.
You throw a rock, or also made by Naughty Dog, Last of Us. You got the bottles of the bricks. You can throw them, make a noise, hide, do your stealth thing. Because having sound or having distractions is one of those key things I find in stealth games. But this one you can kind of just hide in the grass and that's about it, right?
Well, speaking of grass, the first scene when you're outside in the open tropical environment,
yeah,
I fucking lost it.
Yeah, it just looked amazing.
Oh my god! Every individual piece of grass is flowing in different directions.
Yeah.
The light shining down. The sky looks perfect. I'm like, this is great.
And even when I first got here, I was like, have you done photo mode yet? Because it's I like the fact that they added a mode into the game
to admire everything.
To literally just they were like, here's a mode. If you want to stop and just look at all the pretty things, go right on ahead, take pictures. Change there's settings. It's change the saturation, change
blur.
The vibrance, and blur. I was like, what a fucking cool idea.
I wonder if it works in multiplayer. I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried multiplayer.
Well, I doubt it because multiplayer would be constant, right?
You could probably do it after. Maybe there's a theater mode after.
I mean, you pretty much just use at that point. You're pretty much just using the PlayStation's
I knew where you were going with that one.
Share mode, right?
Yeah. I haven't played multiplayer. From what I heard, it's an okay mode, but it's really the storyline that shines.
And that's a big thing. People buy Uncharted for the gameplay. The other ones had multiplayer, or at least 2 and 3 had multiplayer, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
Or at least I know 3 did for sure.
2
did.
Two
did. So yeah. So I mean, the last few of but I mean, people don't play those games for multiplayer. I heard The Last of Us had decent multiplayer. People actually stuck on around that for a while. But
the multiplayer I've heard from this one's pretty great too, because you can use the grappling hook, which is a grappling hook now.
Oh, nice.
And you can just swing to another building and punch people in the head, shoot them. You can call in reinforcements like AI gunners and stuff that'll just walk around with mini turrets. I haven't tried it yet. It'd be great.
That's cool.
But as far as the story goes, I'm loving it. It's so engaging to have a game like this, and Naughty Dog does this the best, where they pull you in,
and
they keep you there.
Yeah.
There's
even like I said, the Last of Us was that storyline too for me, where I started that game and I couldn't stop. I think I played that game over the course of 2 days, and both days were I
gotta get back on.
Yeah, it was I played for 2 8-hour sessions or something like that, and both times it was 7 a.m. in the morning, and I was like, I should really go to sleep, but I just want to keep playing. No, I gotta go to bed, kind of
That's
thing.
What this is
I gotta work in 5 hours. What am I still doing awake? Kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing that really got me was There's a scene at the very start where you're on the couch and you're with your Nate's wife or whatever,
Elena,
and he's like, "I'm gonna beat your score in your video game," and she's like, "What video game?" And you see a PS1 there, like
nice.
You're on there. You see the loading screen for Sony, and you hear the ding.
Oh
and then the PlayStation's like or whatever, and then like it's Crash Bandicoot, and you get to play the first level of Crash Bandicoot.
Nice.
So you're actually playing it, but what throws you off is the moment that it comes back into the game. You think you're done playing a game and you're watching a movie.
Yeah,
and it just it messes with your head because you're like, what?
Oh my god!
This is the detail too. Like you're sitting and watching him in his couch, and in the background you're looking at every little thing in his kitchen, and every little picture. Like the detail's immense.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would just see like Last of Us characters walking past the back.
Yeah,
door or
you
something.
see fucking Ellie and Joel.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't got that far in, but as far as what I've seen, I think this game is going to be a solid 10 out of 10. There's no way it's not. And I was saying this to you earlier, if this is the graphics and gameplay we should expect from the other third-person games coming out in the future, like Mass Effect and Dead Space.
Mass Effect, I'm so excited for that game. I finally got a date, too, by the way. Andromeda. Yeah, it comes out next spring, which is going to be so good. I mean, we were kind of hoping it was going to be here this fall, but, like...
Take your time.
Take your time, man. Like, EA, whatever, BioWare, I mean, take your time. Take your time. I will wait for that game. That game looks fucking
I will
sweet.
lose it.
Yeah.
I will play that.
But yeah, like I personally, I don't know how I never got around to playing the Uncharted series, but I started the first one yesterday, and I'm about 5 chapters in. Played for a couple hours.
2 is my favorite. 2 is my absolute
Everyone
favorite.
always says that about them, is that 2 is their favorite. I'll play through all 3. Shambhala.
Shangrini.
But yeah, like I will play through. I have a feeling like because I'm like I said, even playing through the first one, like which was probably like, I mean they probably touched it up. Yeah, the remastered version from what I hear is like really well done, especially for number 1 because number 1 was kind of like not
it was
the
very
roughest,
clunky with the PS3.
But yeah,
controls.
and that's what I heard. Like I heard the PS3 controls weren't as great and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. But like just playing it now, like I said, like I was having fun. Like I was telling you, like I was just like I like first level. I'm just using that pistol, like rocking headshots on dudes, and like the shooting mechanic is pretty solid. And like it'd be like headshots in a row, like 9, 10. Like you just beat this friend's score. You just beat this friend's score. Like you just got. Score. I already got like 50 headshot kills.
I gotta go back on like the hardest difficulty and top all your scores.
Well, I'm playing on hard. So
that's probably why you beat my score. I was only on normal. I didn't care. I was like, fuck it. Just went through normal.
See, that's what, like, I mean, I just did it on hard because I figured it'd be a little bit of a challenge.
A filthy casual.
I wasn't a filthy cash, and, well, no, I mean, I figured I'd get a little bit of enjoyment out of, like, if it was too hard, I would jump down. But, like, I mean, I died a few times, but most of it's just me jumping off buildings and stuff, and, like...
Which is one of the problems with Uncharted 4, but it's a minor one. And that's, you watched me.
Yeah.
There'd be like instances where I'm like, I'm going to jump to that ledge. And I'd fly across to another area and barely land it.
Yeah.
And be like, wow, I made it over here.
Yeah.
And then there'd be other times where it's like, there's just a ledge right there.
Yeah.
It's the easiest jump I'm going to make.
And you're like, oh, I guess he can't make... That is one thing that I've always noticed about the, like, even watching other people play the Uncharted games. I mean, selectively, like, being able to jump 30 feet forward from a ledge hanging on your fingertips, like... Okay, you know, like, you gotta suspend your disbelief just for the sake of it being a video game, right? Like, whatever. But, like, yeah, it is funny sometimes watching him just, like, or you get that Assassin's Creed thing where you think you're facing off the wall in the correct direction, and you just jump off the wall, and you end up, like, falling, and you're like, guess I wasn't facing the wall properly. Like, shit.
One of my minor gripes as well, and it's a really, really small one, when you're using the grappling hook, you hit L1 to throw it, and that's fine with me, because that makes sense. Yeah. Then you jump towards and you grab it. But then to, like, go up and down, you have to hold L1 and then do it. And I just feel like it's an unnecessary...
Like, function?
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what... If I want to go up or down, I should just have to hit up or down.
Now, can you shoot while you're hanging on the grappling hook?
I haven't tried it yet.
So maybe that's why, because maybe if you hold L2, you can aim while you're on the grappling hook or something like that. Huh. Maybe that's why they have it. I'm just saying, like, maybe there's a reason... I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for that mechanic, but, like, who
knows? There's no rope on my game right there. I'd just jump over and chat.
Yeah. We could literally just do it right now for a bit. No, get back to recording.
But anyways, like, it's a solid 10 out of 10. If you like...
From what you played so far,
if you like any of the Uncharted... If you like any...
love this game.
If you like the Tomb Raiders, you're going to love this.
Yeah. From that's what I keep hearing. And I'm excited to get through the first 3 and then get to the 4th one. Just because, like, seeing the 4th one... like,
don't be a bitch.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I've always meant to get around to them. I was waiting for the collection to come out. Now that I have it, I'm going to play it. Anyway, so I mean, yeah, we won't give too much of a more of a review of that because like obviously I haven't played it and you haven't played all the way through it. We don't want to get spoilery and stuff like that because it just came out. The last thing we're going to talk about shortly here is Supergirl, the TV series, subsequently got canceled and then literally picked up right away by CW.
See, what that sounds like to me is that CW was like, don't fucking do that. We have stories planned.
Yeah.
And, like, took them in.
Essentially, yeah. Like, I mean, and it's funny because, like, I didn't believe it was going to happen. Last week, I saw the rumors, like, CW might pick up Supergirl. And I was like, no fucking way. And then, like, literally today on break, I was like, holy shit, it actually happened. Like, it just makes too much sense not to, like, to just
do
I
it.
agree.
Because you have the whole staff there. You have the whole cast picked.
Yeah.
You have a fan base already intact.
Yep.
You just have to say yes.
And CW is the perfect place for it because, like, I find much like Constantine, which should have got taken over by CW, the only reason that one didn't, I think, is because of Supernatural, basically, because they didn't want to compete with their own audience on Supernatural. But, like, Supergirl has a perfect audience on CW because they've already got the Flash and Arrow fans.
And the story is fluent between each other. So
and, like, Flash has already crossed over once. And I wonder if that's kind of like the writing was on the wall at that point where they're like, we're crossing over with another studio show. I wonder why. Like, maybe it was evident back then that they were going to do it. Who knows? But, like,
maybe they'll make it actually part of the plot because isn't it like a different universe?
It is, but I wonder. Like, that was my thing. I was talking
they're going to combine it. Yeah.
I was talking to one of the people I work with today about like whether or not they could do like an Arrow crossover, and like she pointed out the fact that like, well, don't they like not exist in the same universe? The only reason like Barry made it over there was because of like the fact that he can run fast enough to basically travel through dimensions. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, but like, who knows? Maybe Flash brings him with him. Like, I would love to see...
Season finale, her galaxy gets destroyed, and she can survive by going to his, and he pulls her into his reality.
Oh, my God. Just literally world-ending cataclysm. No, but I'd love to see, like, those three characters on screen at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
it's way more plausible now.
Yeah, and it's way more plausible now that it'll actually happen. Like, or maybe there's a scene where maybe it's not him going over there, but it's her coming over to our universe our universe, like the CW universe for something else. For some of these,
maybe Owlman blows up her universe.
They just go straight up Justice League comics and like bring in Owlman and like the crime syndicate. That'd be fucked.
I would love that.
That would be great.
Love that. Yeah.
Your inner nerd just came out.
It's all these friggin' jelly beans. I've ate like the whole package. I don't know what the audio is gonna be like, but I really hope it's not like. I apologize in advance.
I hope it is. I hope
in
the whole
post actually because I already talked for like 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yeah. Oops. Anyway, yeah, like I said, it has me excited. Like, there's not much else I can talk about just because like they haven't really announced what else they're going to be doing other than the fact that CW's picking it up. But that's great. I mean, I've been meaning to catch up on Supergirl. I was a few episodes in and I liked what I saw so far. And like, the only reason I think they're honestly getting rid of it on CBS is like, from what I understand, the same reason like Constantine got canceled. It had a good fan base, but much like Firefly and stuff like that, because these big not studios, but like channels, like these network television channels, they have such higher standards, I guess, when it comes to like ratings. They have like these shows will have solid fan bases, but then they're like, oh well, like we could fill it with another shitty reality TV show that will get us like fucking tons of ratings, like for bullshit. Like
that's why Netflix is the shit. Okay?
Yeah, Netflix is the shit. But like CW, like comparatively, like there's like Flash and Arrow, like their best shows on TV right now, like on CW's like network. But like comparatively, as far as ratings go, like they don't compare to like say like NBC and like CBS and stuff like that. But like people
they love it.
Yeah, people love those shows. So like yeah, exactly. Like they're like whatever, fuck it. Like that's why I feel like I said, that's why I think the only reason I think Constantine isn't on CW right now is the fact that. Like it's a very close analog to Supernatural, and Supernatural is one of their flagship shows. Yes, and like that's the only reason they didn't bring that show over, because it would have been a very not split. Like, it's almost like splitting their audience between like, oh, what do you want to watch?
When's Supernatural going to do a crossover with Superman, Flash, and
oh my god,
Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow?
Honestly, that show just needs to end. I love that show. Don't get me wrong,
because they're on Supergirl's universe, and it fucking blows up. And
it blows
dies,
up,
and she gets.
It all ties together.
No, they do. 13th season they need to die on a Friday.
On a Friday.
And the 13th season on the 13th
I mean, like
day.
I said, I love that show so much, but like it's been going on for so long. It needed to end like a few seasons ago.
No, totally. I gave up on it because I love the show, but it's the same thing over and over again now.
They've gotten to the point. That's what I was saying to someone earlier today. Is like the show has gotten to the point where it's a not stale, but like getting to the
It's
point
stagnant.
where it's
It's not
stagnating.
moving. Yeah.
It's stagnating for sure. But like, yeah, I would like to see. Like I said, like I assume, like, I don't know. I got to look into that actually. Like, I don't know if CW owns the rights to Constantine now because he was on an episode of Arrow. Like he was just in an episode of Arrow.
Maybe they own the character now and they can.
But
like,
that's
bring
what I'm
on-
wondering. I wonder if they bought the rights to the character, but they just didn't opt to make the show happen. But maybe down the road, when Supernatural is done, they will decide to revisit that show or revisit the idea of bringing the show. I don't know. But like, I'd
They
love
need
to
to
see
revisit
them.
Firefly. God,
Nah, it's never gonna happen.
they're making a show out of the Doctor Who spinoff. Are they not?
What I read about, yeah, there's like a spinoff with Clara and
Torchwood. Torchwood, isn't it?
Oh, Torchwood already happened. That show's like way long.
Yeah, but that's what it is. It's the same characters from Torchwood, isn't it?
It's Jack Harkness. It's Jack Harkness and Torchwood basically doing their thing, like protecting the Earth against aliens. It was an alright show. I watched. There's like 3 or 4 seasons, maybe 5. I can't remember. I watched all of it. It was decent. It was a cool show. The ending was weird because it was like it's not BBC anymore. It got picked up by Starz, which is like an American channel. And like Mekhi Phifer was in the last season, and like this chick that's from like a few like soap operas and stuff like that. But anyway, like it was an interesting season. Like the last season that happened essentially was about everyone on the Earth basically gained the same abilities that Jack has. They can like nobody could die. But that also meant like
Overpopulation.
it was that was the thing is like there was the thought of overpopulation and people who were like people who couldn't heal either or something like that. That was the thing.
So like, if you were a cripple, you were fucked.
Or if you got shot a bunch of times, you just ended up riddled with bullet holes and you couldn't die. Or they showed some dude who fell off like he tried to jump off a building. And like he was all fucked up and broken, but he couldn't heal and he couldn't die. So he was just in constant pain. It was a very interesting season. It was fucked up.
I might have to go check that out.
Yeah, it was a cool show.
I'm busy with Vikings right now, which
Yeah.
you guys know from the intro.
Vikings is amazing. I did get that when I shaved my head. Someone was like, "You look very Viking now." I was like, "Perfect." That's what I was going
You know
for.
what I was thinking? I wear scrub caps at work, right?
Yeah.
I might just fucking just
Oh my god.
and then start braiding it.
My friend Ryan did that for a while. He shaved the sides and then he had like the long mohawk and like he actually did get like long enough that he could braid the back and stuff like that. It looked dope. I thought it looked awesome. I was saying for
You got a deal.
I was saying for Halloween, I'm probably gonna like get someone to draw on like the fake head tattoos for me.
Okay, I'll do that then. By Halloween, I'll be able to Viking with you.
Nice. I'll get like a shield and an axe or something
I'll
like
start
that.
P90X like next week,
Got this.
and then we can paint. Yeah, just for you.
Just for you. I think that's everything we gotta cover this week, eh?
No, we gotta talk about Vikings for another half hour.
So like, it's just so good.
You know what? Ragnar keeps popping out kids.
Oh god, yeah. Like, just wait. Like, what season are you on?
2.
Yeah, he's got like 7 kids.
I know
by
people
the
are
end of
like
that.
2. What the fuck?
No, there's like
Hurry up.
there's like 7 kids by the time he's done. I was like, but Bjorn's the only one that matters.
Yeah, he's the coolest.
Bjorn's like the coolest kid. And like you should see him later on. Like later on he gets really cool. Like you think you like him now, like especially when the age jump happens, like when he goes from being like a little kid who's kind of
I liked
a
him
little
when
shit.
I liked him when he was a kid too.
He was alright when he was a kid because he was pretty, but like once he becomes an adult is when like that character really starts to shine. And like they really start like especially in the later seasons like 3 and 4, they really start to like turn you like really into liking like his character a lot and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Also, Ragnar's a dope ass dad.